Hi, it's Mobile Max. It's January 8th, 2020. Today's my birthday. 71 years old. Time flies, baby. You'll be old before you know it. Anyway, the legacy liberal media is at it again, trying to create a George Floyd moment with this Renee Good person. I just saw a picture of Renee Good with her partner. Supposedly she was married before to a military veteran, but he died, and now her new partner, did you see who her partner is? It looks like a transsexual. Renee Good's partner is a transsexual. Who else had a transsexual partner? Tyler Robinson, the one accused of murdering Charlie Kirk. These radical transsexuals have radical organizations, and they want to kill and destroy and cause chaos and confusion. They're anarchists. Anyway, this is what happens when the communist Democrats start funding NGOs to pay protesters to harass law enforcement, federal law enforcement agents doing their duty. They're trying to create another George Floyd moment, the legacy media. They were successful before. Have you seen the George Floyd video? The real George Floyd video. He fought the Minneapolis PD for like 30 minutes. They handcuffed him, and then he refused. He refused to get in the vehicle. And he was whining and crying and screaming. And what they found other videos from the past where he had pulled the same stunt, whining and crying and screaming and resisting arrest. He can't breathe, he can't do it, you can't do it. I mean, he's done that before. He commits a crime, and then when the police show up, he gets let go because he's too much trouble to deal with. That was George Floyd, the convict from Texas, 6'6", George Floyd's MO. He'd commit a crime, and in the case of the killing of George Floyd, he tried to pass a counterfeit $20 bill, and the liquor store owner called the police. But they fought him for like 20 minutes. He refused to cooperate. He didn't deserve to die, naturally, of course not. But it wasn't a one-way street. Both sides were culpable. George Floyd caused his own death. To tell the truth, naturally the policemen went overboard, but they were instigated by George Floyd. He wouldn't cooperate. He whining and screaming and crying and struggling. It wasn't a one-way street. Both parties were at fault. And that's what they're doing again with this Renee Good bitch. She is a transsexual partner. She hates the police. She hates white people. She's white, but I don't know how they did it, but these LGBTQT people, and I have no problem with LGBTQT, but they have lost their minds under the Biden administration and in California. They're trying to sell homosexuality as though it was the greatest thing since apple pie. Trying to teach it in the schools, and it's absurd. I have no problem with people who mind their own business and they're consenting adults, and this is their idea of happiness, and they don't bother anybody else. But this is not what they're doing. They've gone crazy, the LGBTQT community. They've gone crazy, and I'm sure they have a radical left wing that wants to murder people like Charlie Kirk and also cause chaos and confusions and impede federal officers doing their duty. This is not a one-way street again. Renee Good was a radical left instigator, trying to cause chaos and confusion and ruin our country. Now, that's all I gotta say.